Alright, I'm Ramesh, and I'm the second negative for the negative side. And basically what I'm going to be doing is challenging your claims that abolishing the Electoral College works, and also pointing out some of the disadvantages of getting rid of the Electoral College. First of all, this is basically a challenge of their claim that it's actually equal for everyone without Electoral College. First of all, if without an Electoral College, all the popular votes would be allocated to major cities. Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and this is not a fair representation of all the states because only the states with the big cities would be concentrated on by candidates. This would basically mean that cities are the new battlegrounds for liberals and conservatives. This would bring a lot of chaos during times of like in the past few months. Mayors and city officials would be the new governors and senators, and this would cause a lot of confusion. Presidential candidates would basically only have to concentrate on a few states, maybe 9 to 11 states. Probably California, New York. No one would really pay attention to the northern states, who would say that those states are not as valuable as the other ones. This is basically what is claimed when they say that popular votes is all we need, majority wins. And the fact that candidates only focus on a handful of states means that other states would feel left out. They feel inconsequential, and it would give them basically a reason to secede, not feeling part of the union. And this would maybe plant seeds for maybe another civil war. If you went to a majority rule system in a race with multiple candidates, the presidency could be won when he's only supported by a small region. Say during the Civil War, during the during the elections, if it was a time of civil unrest in the country, so all the president would have to do would apply to those people, and it'd basically be very unequal. One part of the country would believe one thing, another part of the country would believe another thing, and either way the candidate goes, it would not be a fair representation of the whole union. They brought up the fact that minor parties are needed to stabilize the country. But what this means is not separate, isolated parties. It means that in an electoral college, the minorities are actually heard, and their ideas would be taken account into the two-party system. So basically, they're assimilated in, and their voices are heard through that system. If they are part of the popular vote, then they would be overwhelmed and outvalued by the majority vote. Basically, on inherency, the Constitution prohibits states from entering an interstate compact, and the Constitution actually gave states the power to govern and equalize themselves through demographics, climate, things like random stuff like that. And what the Electoral College does is it maintains a 50-50 balance between states and people. Calling for a majority vote system is unrealistic because it's biased in that it gives a 100 to 0 balance. 100% to people, 0% to states. Therefore, it's unrealistic, like I said again, because it's not a fair representation. Like sampling, if you were to choose one part of the country, it's not a fair sample of the entire country. You would have to spread your survey around so that it's a fair sample. The result of a direct popular election for president would be is likely frayed and unstable. Would be a frayed and unstable political system characterized by many isolated minority parties. And this, when presidents are elected, would cause radical changes in many policies of one administration to the next. A popular vote legislation disregards the intent of our original founding fathers, who wanted to ensure that the winning presidential candidate enjoyed a broad coalition of support all over the country. Basically, we should not throw out a system that has served our nation for the past 200 years and has had only a handful of mistakes.